Hello my friends and welcome back to Panzer Corps 2. So, it is my regret to inform you that Generalissimus is actually a real word that is like, in a country where the terminology is used, it's like some sort of super uber mutant version of a 5-star general. A glorious supreme leader, if you will. Now, this difficulty mode is called Generalissimus. And I'm just going to presume that that's German. So, I actually had a look through the deployment before I started recording. I don't know if you guys want me to just do all the deployment stuff in advance or go through the deployment stuff. I never sort of really know what interests you guys, but we did really well in the first mission anyway. So what we need to do now is just tidy up. Because we made a huge sum of money in the first mission, considering how much we spent and how much we started with. Okay, so first things first. Just assessing whether it's worth replacing or elite reinforcing. So, in the case of the infantry, I think we're a bit early in the game to be using elite reinforcements. Building up experience on infantry is very hard though, and it certainly doesn't help that you green reinforce them. But the thing is, a lot of these infantry didn't do very well because they are not pioneers. They are bog standard fail infantry. And the key thing is that pioneers have the ability to ignore entrenchment. And that's the main reason why you use them. It's not just that they can ignore entrenchment. They have 8 close defense. Unlike other infantry, they get close defense. In fact, unlike most units, they get close defense, which means that they are very, very good at winning cities. So obviously there's no point in elite reinforcing a tank that's got basically no experience points. Now this one is a harder decision to make because, it's, once again, it's not the hugest amount of experience here, so we'll probably just do that. But this one has gathered quite a bit of experience points. So we will elite reinforce this one because it's not going to cost us that much to do so. Likewise, an elite reinforcement here is not going to cost me much. And this can actually be overstrengthed to 11 for free. Obviously, it costs you a little bit of prestige, but basically for free. Likewise here, that's a pretty cheap reinforcement to make. Now, this one's actually gained experience and has actually gone up a level. But buying 4 points of elite is actually very expensive. Now, I get the feeling that this artillery is going to gather EXP pretty quickly anyway, owing to its extremely overpowered nature, so I'm just going to do a standard replace here. We'll get that experience back. We don't have to rush up the tech tree. Okay, and that leaves our aircraft, which are basically standard. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to add another TAC bomber. Obviously they're very powerful at this early stage in the game. One thing that's kind of funny is you have a number of strat bombers here that are both cheap and have almost no core slot cost. So you could actually just buy loads of extra strat bombers if you wanted to. Now, what I really wanted was an anti-aircraft gun, but they're the core slot cost is not high, but they're actually fabulously expensive in terms of prestige. So just the one here would cost me 290. Obviously I wanted one to discourage enemy aircraft from bombing my fragile stuff. The only thing is that, you know, because of the high prestige value of anti-aircraft guns, there is a potential for them to actually be a unit that actually costs you prestige. So the real question is, do you actually want to get more fighters? They're you know, expensive core slot wise at 3, and overstrength is also relatively expensive, but they are cheap. They don't really cost much in terms of prestige. See, it is a hard decision to make. Of course, you can buy this with transport, or you can go for this, which is obviously mobile in its own right. But of course, one big problem with that is the flak track has actually got really quite terrible. Actually, does it? This thing's got the rapid fire modifier, which means that it actually will shoot faster than you would expect. It will do more damage than you would actually expect. It's a hard decision to make, basically, as to whether I want to do this, or whether I just want to overstrength my fighters and rely on them, which is another option that I have. Obviously, the biggest problem with anti-aircraft guns is getting them where you need them to be. So yeah, it's a hard decision to make. Now, when I thought about it, in between episodes, when I was thinking about it, I settled on overstrengthening my 2 fighters to 12 each. But I actually get the feeling now, in the cold light of day, that maybe I would be better off adding an anti-aircraft gun now. So that's what I'm going to do. It's prestige expensive, but if it protects my artillery, it'll be worth it. Right, let's get to work. So one thing I'm going to do is... oh, that was a mistake. So this area is like an open area that we know of. The tanks can dominate this area. And this is the... we're going to have to push through here with artillery. So I'll run my recon here. Okay, I think we're pretty much set up and ready to go. So I got one hero, which is the one that allows you to bash flags. +5 attack against flags is really good, actually. That's going to allow my torpedo bomber to really do some nasty damage to infantry in cities. What we'll do is we'll give this a different color to make it obvious. Shame I can't give it a name. Oh, I can. There we go. Oh, the name didn't change. No, the name did change, but it doesn't appear here. I guess I have to rename it in both places. That's kind of weird. Okay, so now we know our little green plane is our one that we use on cities whenever possible. You know, this unit actually doesn't use much core slots, so I can actually over-strengthen it to 12. Alright, I got 1 core slot spare. I think these are all 3 core slots, aren't they? Alright, that actually costs slightly more prestige than I've got. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. So we've really upgraded and expanded our army now. Hugely from where we were before. Let's go. Who has not been given replacements? That is an odd message to get. Huh. It's telling me that some of my units require replacements, but they don't. So that's odd. Alright, I have no clue what that's about. What I do know is that these infantry are going to get blitzed. Oh, 3 damage. Damn, that's nasty. Against fortified infantry, that's nasty. Six to -1. Ouch. Okay, before you do that, let's just... Just seeing if I can position my artillery in such a way to defend. Which I think I can do. Woe betide the enemy that attacks that thing with its bloody double counter-strike. Yeah, I think it's actually the right move to put the anti-aircraft gun here. Now the funny part is, if you know, I'm pretty sure there's aircraft at this airfield and there's aircraft at this airfield. I think there might be one at this airfield too. You could just move fighters there and try and attack. I'm gonna go and kill that scout car in a minute. Fighting cavalry out in the open is a bad idea for my infantry. Create a surround here. Okay, that's our cavalry dealt with. Now the real question is, what do I do with my fighters? Because I know what the AI loves to do. It loves to go running after your artillery. I think until we know where the enemy aircraft are, we should protect our most valuable units from being bombed. The last thing that you want is to actually have your artillery bombed. It's an ambush! Ah, no counter-strike. No counter-strike here because this is cavalry and cavalry counts as infantry. So this does not return fire. Really annoying. If this artillery was here, then I would have been better off. If you know the map, like if you really know the maps, you can get away with stuff because you can just know that the enemy has certain units in reach. Well, thanks to the fact that these guys are now sitting in a city, I will get a bonus against them. Which I am only too happy to exploit. Let's see, let's just move these boys here. Alright, I've got the anti-soft artillery in place now. Let's get rid of the cavalry first and deal with the infantry later. I may have to push across the river here. It shouldn't be a big deal. Right, so I took some damage over here. Nothing too major. I lost 3 dive bombers, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. I don't know why I did that, but okay. Whatever, we'll live with it. I should have just downed the bomber. Alright, I kept this tank in reserve. Of course, scout cars and infantry out in the open like this are going to be in big trouble. Better watch out for this anti-tank gun. That's going to be a problem. This infantry is basically out of the fight now, but that's okay. I guess I should have put my anti-aircraft gun here, it would have done better. Oh, of course, my fighter plane can move now because it's it didn't have to move to fire. I'll move it into a position to protect my torpedo bomber, just in dive bomber, just in case. Yeah, I didn't want to move closer here because of this. That's fine. Okay, so far so good. I don't think we've lost anything valuable. One of my sets of infantry has taken a smashing, but that's okay. I'll leave my A gun here because the temptation for the AI to go after my artillery is still great. Okay, so that one went over there and that one went over there. There's another fighter. Okay, that didn't achieve anything. Nice. Oh, there you go. See, I knew that was going to happen. He successfully managed to not kill anything. Sweet. There's another enemy fighter. Okay, that didn't really achieve much. I'm not able to actually smash that down. Alright, we'll gang up on the remaining fighter later. I think I can just overrun these and then back away. Oh no, I can't because of the friggin' anti-tank gun. Okay, nice. Kind of funny that this fighter plane didn't actually go after my dive bomber. Seemingly preferring to go after my my tank. Okay, can I safely get my recon out of here? Not that it's heavily damaged or anything, but... Okay, there's another set of infantry destroyed. This is a vulnerable position, and I don't want to go there because this infantry will just sweep in. And probably do untold damage to my face. Does this count as a vulnerable position? This doesn't count as a vulnerable position, funnily enough. It's just it just hurts your movement. That's all it does. It's otherwise considered a clear tile. And it's protected by artillery, so I'll actually park there, that's fine. That allows me to make the push. I probably shouldn't have put this dive bomber here. I get the feeling that the enemy fighter will go after it next turn. Right, as it stands, we're just going to chill out on this line here. I will use my aircraft to soften that. Oh, he did as well. I thought he might. Okay, that's about expected for unentrenched infantry. These are not expensive though. That's the funny part. For whatever reason, aircraft are not actually expensive. Even in-game replacement, it's only 157 for 7. So it's going to be half that in deployment. My fighter is too far away. My other fighter is too far away. I need to rebase it. I think the enemy bomber with 1 HP is up here. And they're probably repairing it. Time to chase these boys down. Another set of infantry over here. Well, hopefully it decides that trying to cross is a good idea. What I will do is I'll move this out of the way, so the enemy fighter can't go after it. It's my flag killer plane. I could have gone for the city here. We know there's infantry in it. There's always infantry in the enemy city. Okay, this team can just chill out for now. Alright, he's throwing himself to the wolves there. Okay, decided not to attack because the anti-aircraft gun is here. Okay, sweet. That's that dealt with. Probably do with restoring that torpedo bomber, dive bomber. It becomes a torpedo bomber. The Type D, which is in this game, is actually a torpedo bomber. Time for you to pull out. I actually want to push forward here, but I can't. This squad is in real danger of being killed right now. Okay. Cost me an extra 30 prestige to do that, but it's going to be worth it. It's still protected by artillery, so it shouldn't get ruined, but... I think this area is okay for now. We'll just let the aircraft slowly whittle away at those while we clean up this corner. Alright. They dared not attack because of the artillery support. Let's get to work. Nice. Absolutely ravaged. Alright, another set of cavalry. What a pain. The thing about cavalry is they're so fast that, you know, if I push forward, they're just going to come running in. I'll get them next turn. I could sweep in there and kill that. I don't think there's anything up here apart from the infantry in the corner. Let's hope I'm not wrong about that. I'll switch this into anti-tank mode. Not that that really helps much in this situation. Yeah, you just can't. You just can't attack anti-tank guns with tanks. It's just not a good idea. And I'm trying to avoid using the reinforcement tool here because I don't want to waste money. Okay, let's get to work. What's over here? We have infantry with artillery support. Even with my flag killer upgrade, I will not be able to bust that down without artillery. Get in position to start shelling. Still got loads of turns. I mean, all I have to do is shell this to death and then move over here and start shelling this. I guess these guys are entrenching. once again, not the biggest deal. Oh, nice. I guess I can get tanks in here to clean this up. Oh, infantry will do it too. Alright, I can, with only 2 health in each of those stacks, I can just roll them over next turn. These infantry will not leave that town. So I can get to work on the artillery. They won't leave the town because it's a critical objective, so they won't leave it. I need to leave these in position in case they decide to turn around and attack, which I don't think they will, but... Okay, it's not bad. That seemed a little bit suicidal of the enemy there, but okay. This is a vulnerable position. But what it will allow me to do is to put the surround on this. Oh, this is not a vulnerable position, so I can just go for him. I can put the surround here. Oh yes, of course, I overrun, didn't I? So... Oh, now you're in trouble. Oh, you didn't want to be in that swamp. Oh, you didn't want to be in that swamp. Okay, that's the end of that infantry. I've still got plenty of turns. There's no need for me to rush in there and kill them. There's actually genuinely no need for me to do that. I could do it, no problem, and then start lining up here, but it's just not necessary, so... This artillery brutally outranges this one, so when this one now attacks, he's going to get double counter-batteried, and that's going to be glorious. Glorious and painful. This doesn't reach. Let's just go over here and scout, shall we? Yeah, there's nothing over here. We're totally clear now to get ready to position for our siege. Oh, he made the mistake of attacking. Oh, God. Oh, that artillery made the mistake of attacking. And received a big double helping of counter-battery pie. Oh, he didn't run. I don't know why he didn't run, but he didn't run. Alright, sweet. I predict in about 2 turns this will fall. I don't know if I want to bring infantry that's only 6 strength to this fight. Alright, I've got him. Casualty free. Nice. Just totally worth the effort to do that slowly. Let's have a look at what's over here. There is a tank. Some infantry, which I think I never end up killing this infantry. I think it's like really super mega dug in here. You can entrench super hard on the fortification tile. I think that's the only difference it makes, is just that you can fortify there way faster. I have no idea what to do with this anti-aircraft gun. Jesus! Well, that tank hit me hard. Guess I should have scouted it out and bombed it first. Okay, this is totally out of range for that. Okay, that's pretty brutal. Down to 10. That's fine. Just fall back for now. Don't know what his movement is. Five. I don't want him to overrun that infantry and then use that as an excuse to get into my airport. That would be very bad. Okay. Why did they run towards me? What the hell? Now they've put my artillery in jeopardy. Okay, fine. Should have done that first before I attacked with my infantry, but whatever. Okay. That was perfectly fine. Okay, that is the weird encirclement dealt with. The weird encirclement that should never have happened. I guess this tank is not really going to do very much. I think all the units that are actually able to move have come out. It's worth a go. I might get lucky. Now the real question is, do I want to come out of here? I think the answer is no. Nice. That was some serious hurt they just took. I'm not sure if I want to press the issue now. Nah, I won't. I'll get him next turn. I got loads of turns. Even if I get him next turn and start moving, I should be good. It's very annoying that you can't switch this to anti-tank mode. Just, you know, permanently. Oh no, that's a mistake. Surely. Oh, he didn't even attack. Okay, stay in anti-tank mode. Wasn't it here? Nope. Can't allow him to repair. Repairing is not allowed. Should just be able to clear these out now. These are locked in place because they're in city tiles. I've never seen them move, but they could potentially move. Anyway, we've got the artillery to get rid of first. This is my last turn working on this. Oh yeah, as good as dead. as good as dead. Right, off you go. A super fast mobilized truck. Scout car can keep an eye on them. I'll reposition that to my new airbase here so I can commence the bombing. That'll do. Okay, just gotta unentrench these boys. 8 turns to do it in. That strikes me as a lot of time. Right. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, there's no point. I do have a train available. If I take this tile, I can undeploy them from the train. Jesus, the amount of distance you are allowed to travel with the train. In one movement. Okay, rebase. Unfortunately, I think these aircraft are mostly too injured to actually achieve anything. Just in case. Okay, we're in position to start the siege. No way to cut off their supplies because this is a supply town, so there is literally nothing I can do about that. I really probably should have reinforced that unit, but never mind. Right, it's up to me what I hit now. Ah, it's so frustrating. Wow, my flag killer bomber can't even do any damage. Oof, I suppressed the ever-loving Christ out of that. Even the anti-tank mode anti-aircraft gun could actually get some hurt in now. I'm gonna move this. I don't think they have any units that can rush forward and stop me. Okay. Ha, it's totally suppressed and I would still lose a tank. I guess tanks are not very good against strong points. I'm not going to attack because I'll actually lose. I'll actually lose units doing that. Bad idea. Right, let's get ready. Let's not kill it this turn. We're not killing it this turn because as soon as we kill it, their morale will plummet. And that's when we attack. Does this have entrenchment killer? No. So I do not believe it affects entrenchment. Nope. Alright, next turn we're going to blast a hole. And push our way in. Five turns left. It's actually plenty of time. Just gotta do this carefully. Because I'm trying to save money here by not reinforcing during battle. I could win this very easily if I was willing to dump some prestige, but I'm really trying to min-max here. And I'm not concerned about winning the tiny bonus that you get for winning quickly. Right. Alright, the anti-aircraft gun can make it happen. Do it. Morale plummet. Alright, totally suppressed. That's it, push him out. I don't think it's worth actually really pushing the issue. But what I will do is I will place my artillery in a forward position. Alright, cool. Plenty of time. Oh, nice. Nice fail there, artillery. Okay, ruined. I actually took some extra damage here I really didn't need to take. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Actually could have done with a bridging crew here. But I needed this infantry over here. Okay. Stand by. Really? You take a loss? You can't just overrun that? That's unexpected. Alright, I'd only take suppression doing this. That was different. Right. This is the artillery that will fire back for me. Okay. Just need to take down that last. This last little pocket of resistance just needs to be crushed. We still have 2 more turns. This one and the next one. Jesus, it's hanging on for dear life, that thing. Would be the final irony if I dropped a bomb on it. Alright. The supply hex is captured, and the edge of the map. They have no access to it now. So they're encircled. This is going to make my push next turn just that little bit easier. Not sure why this unit is always struggling to move more than one space. Weird. I do want to use some of this prestige that I've hoarded jealously to give my infantry transports at some point. Alright, my flag killer can come in. Alright, final turn. Should be easy cleanup from here. This unit is now surrender bait. They're so suppressed. I can move any of my units into that. Come on, boys, die. My sweet surrender. Okay, nothing left to do. Nice. Oh man, we made so much prestige out of that. We made so much prestige out of that. It disgusts me. Here we go. We're back in Norway. I did the southern landings last time, and it went pretty smoothly. Maybe I should consider the northern landings next time. Sure, why not? Let's do Norway North. Man, this episode is like twice as long as it should be. I'm gonna have to start cutting these into parts. But some of the smaller maps, I just feel like I can finish them maybe a little bit quicker than I actually can finish them.
As you can see, Operation Weserübung is now underway. Our forces are striking a port all along the Norwegian coast. Your area of operations is focused on central Norway, with Trondheim as the main target.
Good riddance to Trondheim.
I conferred with General Falkenhorst on this, and we both agree that a surprise attack is your best chance to seize Trondheim before the Norwegians can organize an impenetrable coastal defense. To preserve the element of surprise, you will only be able to deploy a very small portion of your force here. Pick a small detachment of your best infantrymen, blitz directly down the fjord, and land as close to Trondheim as possible. Remember, speed is paramount. If you aren't fast enough, enemy coastal batteries will decimate your forces whilst they are still in their vulnerable naval transports. Once Trondheim is secure, you will be able to deploy the rest of your forces. I suggest you split them to cover as much ground as quickly as possible. This way, you can seize Namsos here, to the north, while also penetrating deep into the country's interior as far south as Lillehammer. There is this somewhat unreliable report of British naval activity approaching Norway from this direction. Even so, I would highly recommend not sending any of your troop ships that way until our Kriegsmarine escorts can scout the region and confirm these reports one way or another. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a meeting between High Command and General Manstein I must attend to. Good luck.
Ooh, good luck, Herr General. We are vigilant. Ah, nice. This is actually a more powerful ability than people give it credit for. You see, one of the weakest parts of the standard infantry is that it has no close defense. And infantry normally fights with close defense rating. I need to decide who I'm gonna give elite replacements to and all that kind of stuff. Although the aircraft are actually really very cheap. Alright, I actually lost one there. I didn't lose any artillery last time, I only lost core units here. It's funny, over-strengthening also preserves your EXP better. This is going to be the most expensive one. And to be totally honest, it doesn't actually have much EXP in the first place. Standard for you. This one is actually starting to get somewhere experience-wise. So we'll elite that one. This one's also starting to get somewhere, but an elite replacement, obviously it's an extra 50. Okay, we'll pay. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before. Let me just double check these. Do you know what? We can afford to. We can afford to preserve our EXP here. I mean, I got 740 prestige left after that, and I'm maxed out. So, yeah, this hero that prevents the enemy from using your close defense rating. Now, a lot of units, their close defense rating is 0. Meaning that you're just going to take full damage. I'm not 100% sure how the statistical system works in this, but I presume that each unit has got a certain amount of hit points, and attack is rolled against hit points, minus defense. But the thing is that close defense for a lot of units is 0, so it's just enemy attack against your hit points, which often results in a lot of casualties. I would hazard a guess based on a gut feeling that units have maybe got 10 HP or something along those lines. But what this does allow you to do is it allows you to buy a unit such as the full Screamjäger, who have various oh, they've got forced march, that's quite nice. +4 attack and defense in hills and mountains, damn. That's quite good. But yeah, you've got units like the Grenadier, which are just straight up powerful in terms of statistics. They're very powerful. With greater everything. Including initiative. Pretty much. But but they have a close defense of 0. But with this hero, their hard defense will be used instead. Their ground defense will be used, which is 9. So that's a huge improvement. The reason why, well, part of the reason why Pioneers are so good is they actually have a close defense of 8. So they're actually very difficult to kill in a close defense situation, which is like cities and all that kind of thing. Even if they're not so great in other situations. So I have to sit down and have a real think about what infantry I want to bring to the party, but... Oh, by the way, don't give Mountaineers friggin' transports, because you can't climb mountains with transports. So you kind of actually ruin them. Funnily enough. But yeah, if you're going to have Alpine troopers, then this hero that... or Grenadiers, in fact. Grenadiers are the best choice for them. This hero is going to prevent attacks on the close defense rating. Also very powerful on tanks for the same reason. You got a ground defense of 12 and a close defense of 0. So now your close defense is suddenly 12. You become way more effective in cities, forests, etc. Anyway, I need to have a think about this mission. They obviously want me to deploy infantry here and then unload and attack. I think engineers are probably the way forward. I can't imagine any sort of other way to get in there and do what they want me to do. So I just presume that I'm going to have to run on in with the engineers and immediately push the enemy out of the cities. Interesting mission. It doesn't look like a particularly big map, so once you're landed I think you're good to go. But anyway, that is it for now. This was a bit of a long one. Hopefully the next one won't be as long. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.